If you're taking English 121 or English 122, then you know that you have a required live learning session to attend during your time in this course. I want to talk to you a little bit about why that is and what you can expect from your live learning session. If you're in English 121, you'll be taking English 122 before long. And if you're in English 122, you already took English 121. So why are these courses lumped together in one live learning session? Maybe you're thinking the information won't necessarily be relevant, but I want to let you in on a little secret. Both of these classes work together. They build directly on and from each other. You tackle writing skills in English 121, and you build on those skills in English 122 as you start to delve deeper into research. In some ways, it's really one long course that gives you everything you need to be successful in academic and professional writing situations. So we thought it made sense for these live sessions to combine the two courses. If you're in English 122, maybe we'll touch on some things that you might have forgotten about from your time in English 121, and we'll give you a lot of extra information about the work you're doing in your class. Maybe you have some experience from English 121 that you could share in the chat with people who are taking that class right now. And if you're in English 121, maybe it will help you in your current course to kind of see the trajectory of where these skills are leading you and how it will pay off in English 122 and beyond. Navigating to your live learning session is simple, but technology sometimes creates unnecessary problems. If you're in the classroom, you'll see that there's a live learning tab on the left-hand side of your classroom. That opens up a page where you can find help in how to actually access the session. This video here will walk you through all the steps you need to know to be able to get into the door. And you'll find, if you scroll down, a calendar of when those sessions actually take place. So you can schedule and plan. You'll want to make sure you attend at least one session during your time in English 121 and English 122, although you can attend as often as you want. There's also an announcement that explains how to access live learning. If you're in a course where other announcements have been posted, you'll see it got pushed down. But that left-hand tab, again, announcements, you can click that, scroll all the way down. It was one of the very first announcements that was loaded into your classroom. So it's always going to be there to help you navigate the different aspects of actually getting to the live learning session. What happens when you get to your live learning session? Well, that's where the fun really begins because I don't know. It's going to be different every time you go. There will be 2 to 3 faculty leading the live learning session. They may be the faculty who are actually teaching your class, or it may be other faculty with important perspectives and a unique voice to really help you look at the subject matter in new and exciting ways. They'll lead you through some information that is relevant to the course. In fact, both classes, English 122 and English 121, have required elements in the class, mostly in week 4 and in week 5, where you'll be able to talk about your experience in live learning and reflect on some of the ideas that you've learned in those sessions. The faculty will walk you through some different ideas, but they're also there to help support you. So if you have questions, now is the time to ask. Type it into the chat or find out at the Q&A session at the end if you want to unmute yourself and actually speak your question out loud. This is the best time to ensure that you get the feedback you need, but also to kind of build that community with other students who might be in situations very similar to yours. Generally speaking, you don't have to unmute, you don't have to turn your camera on. Of course, it's a lot more fun if you do. You can see all the other students, maybe students who are also in your class with you, maybe students in other sections who you've seen in other classes previously. It's a great opportunity to build some community, to make some connections, to really feel seen, literally, if your camera's on, but don't feel pressure. If you don't want to turn your camera on, if you don't want to unmute, if you want to just kind of stay quiet and take it all in, that's totally fine too. The faculty are there to facilitate your learning and understanding. If that's how you want to interact, that's totally cool. For both sessions, the one you attend in English 121 and the one you attend in English 122, you'll have that opportunity to ask those direct personal questions that will help ensure that the work you're doing in class meets the expectations of your faculty member, but also really pushes you to a deeper understanding of the content. These live learning sessions are a ton of fun. I think they're a great opportunity to connect live with the people who are teaching your classes, the people you are taking classes with, to really learn more about the subject and to connect that learning not only back to the classroom, but to all of the activities, assignments, and things that you'll take on in other classes down the road and in your chosen career field.